Hi everybody, welcome. I hope you can hear me. I think we can spare another like 2 or 3 minutes for a few more people to come in. Cool, thank you so much.
Halo,
Hello, hi Pak Yuda.
halo, has been several hours.
Alright, let's see. Okay. Hi Marina. Right, I think we can wait for another 1 minute and then we can already start. Right. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. In Malaysia right now, it's evening. And I think Pak Yuda as well in Indonesia. But I think for Gabriel and some other people, Diego, Marina, probably it's morning right now where you are at. Cool. Thank you so much for being here today for our session. I will do a quick introduction first before I invite Pak Yuda from Pandu Alam Lestari and also Diego from Forest. So for today's call, it's quite special because we have like a mix of two things here. Sorry, I forgot to change the date, but today is 27th October. So today we will talk about two things. Number one, Pak Yuda here from Kalimantan, Indonesia. He will be talking more about his project, especially on agroforestry in Kalimantan. Because I've been talking to Pak Yuda and I was like super interested with what he's been doing with Pandu Alam Lestari Foundation in Kalimantan, and especially working with communities. And he also mentioned a lot about some challenges. Of course, when we're testing new things and introducing something new to the community, there must be challenges as well. So super grateful for Pak Yuda today, who will be sharing with us more about his project there. And at the same time, we also have Diego here from Forest. So Diego here today will do like a quick demo on Poly. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of Poly before, but Poly is an AI assistant that we at Forest created along with Youth Negotiators Academy, which is an organization called YNA. So they do programs for young people to be part of climate negotiation processes, especially space like COP, UNFCCC, for example, this year is going to be in Belém, Brazil. So I think this will be like a great opportunity for us to also show to you, or maybe I would like to also, get some of you to try if you like. So you can actually try Poly after this session, right? So I'll pass. Wait, sorry. Right, cool. Just a bit of introduction for today. Just a quick welcome again. A bit of house rules before we start. Number one, please keep your microphone muted when you're not speaking. But if you feel like speaking, feel free to raise your hand or write your question in the chat box. We're more than happy to interact with you. Second, feel free to turn on your camera to say hi. It'd be interesting, to actually see each other's face because, we're a global, this is like a global community and global network. So it'd be great to actually see your face, right? But if you cannot, it's also fine. Next, get involved. Feel free to ask questions or share your thoughts, your insights, your feedback in the chat box. Right. Cool. Before we start, I'd just like to know where are you joining us from today? Feel free to write in the chat box. I know some people are also traveling, so feel free to share in the chat box where are you joining us from today. Right. Hi, Sharif. Sharif is in Kenya. And Sharif will be joining COP30 as well in Belém, Brazil. Cool. Hi, Thomas. Thomas in Argentina. Cool. Right. Hi, Vivito in Italy. Cool. Keep it coming. Diego is in Argentina right now. Right, cool. Next, quick vibe check as usual. Feel free to share in the chat box on the scale of Baby Yoda. How are you feeling today? Are you a 1? Are you a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I'm a little bit of a 4 and a 5 because it's nighttime here in Malaysia. Feel free to share in the chat box. Share is a 3. Pak Yuda is a 9. Right. Keep it coming. Cool. Thank you for sharing. Okay. With that, I'm just gonna pass the first session to Pak Yuda from Pandu Alam Lestari. So I'm gonna unshare my screen now and let Pak Yuda to share his screen. Right. To you, Pak Yuda. Feel free.
Okay. Excuse. What moment? Hello everyone. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Maybe some our colleagues in somewhere in the world, some in the Argentina or some in Kenya and so on. I will to try to share my screens to little bit presentation. But maybe Fatin, can you help me to share the screens, my presentation that this afternoon I share to you?
Right. Give me 1 minute.
Problem with system.
Right. Presentasi. Okay. Give me 1 minute, yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen.
I can share or you share?
Do you want to share? You can also share
Yes.
if you want.
Or you see? That's it.
No, I cannot see it. We can see like your files, but not the presentation.
This is not working. I think please you can share to
Okay.
my. Sorry for the comments.
No worries. Okay, I'm gonna share this.
or maybe more.
Okay. I'm not sure why I cannot share full screen, but I think this is fine.
Is this more bigger? You can see the more bigger. You can.
Uh,
Yes, that's one. That's one. Yes, right.
right, okay.
Okay. Hmm.
I'm not sure why I cannot do full screen. But are you okay if it's just like this?
I cannot see the writing is too small. So I think so.
Ah, hmm. Let's see if I can change this to... Give me 1 minute. Sorry for that. Let's see. I can change this to PDF. Save. Let's see here. Uh, okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. Hope this will work now. Share screen. Share. Okay, Pak Yuda?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much for the helping. Sorry for the little bit problem with the system of the computer. I think so. Is come back. Yeah. Introduced to our site. My name is Yuda Prawira. I'm is from the Pandu Alam Lestari Foundation. We work in Central Kalimantan at Indonesia. Maybe most be people know the Borneo Islands. Yeah, this time for our project is about the agroforestry for forest and the community. This project will be already finishing uh, in the 2022 until 2024. The project we call it is project restoration. Next slide. Yeah, first I want to introduce our foundations. Our foundation is established in 2020 at Central Kalimantan by the young people from the community and together also with the academics from the university and environmental activities. Yeah, and our vision is to build the just the forest community economy that is integrated with the nature, and then we try to combine our vision with the situation in Indonesia. That's our mission is to maintain ecological balance, improve the welfare forest, the community respect and the local wisdom, and then build up the partnership based on the sustainability. And then we try to make collaboration with the another people where are you, and we try to sharing and then try to accepting what kind the technique for the forest restoration in also in Central Kalimantan on where are you. And then our office in Palangkaraya, the Central Kalimantan, the focusing our is about the environmental, economic, and then natural conservation without the context forest the community. And then basically we see the forest the community. Next slides, please. The purpose is we try to increasing the forest community life and the environmental sustainability, because we see that now the situation is quite long distance, not balanced with the community life and environmental sustainability. Everything is about the economic. Everything is about the without the talking about the sustainability. Next, please. Yeah, the background is project is about the climate change. We know the climate change already destroyed our situation. Yeah, from now the Central Kalimantan is his first time in the year. 2 weeks ago, we find uh, the increasing of the condition is more than around 30 derajat Celsius. This is right, quite hot from Central Kalimantan. And also we're talking about the deforestation. We know the Indonesian also, the deforestation is still running, and then we see the competition from the keep of the forest is quite strong with the palm oil, with the mining, with the land functions, another activity from forest, and then with the palm oil also, and then another activity from the company. And then third one is we talking about the economic also, and Indonesian is little bit problem with the economic because the population is still increase. Economic is not balanced with the resources of the forest community, resources of the forest condition also, and then always down time by time. The last one is about the mindset. We know our local community also, the long time ago they just collecting from the forest, but now the forest already gone, and then they must be change the mindset how to the growing for the livelihood from the situation, the forest degradation. This is for problem from our condition in Indonesia. Next slide. Yeah, why we focusing for the agroforestry? Because the agroforestry will be one of the solution from the combine with the livelihood with the forest, because we think that our forest is always gone by day, forest fire, land conservation, and then expensive exploitation and so on. This is making resources of our forest is down, and then some animals, some plant is already missing. This is the problem. And then with the agroforestry system, we think the combine is really good for the tree cultivation and then agriculture to create to more sustainability for the environmental and resilience economics. Yeah, we know the population always increase, but the resources is down, is not balanced, and then we try to making increasing the the object, yeah, from the livelihoods, because from the food security, from the community another side, yeah, and then they try to combine also for this our area. And then that project is for agroforestry for the local production of the food, economic diversification, and then ecosystem rehabilitation. We try to combine diversification economic. We not talking only about the palm oil. We're not talking only about the mining. We're not talking also about concession, and then we try to more sustainability with the ecosystem, because we think it is ecosystem and then economics should be running together, and then get the impact together also from the local community. Next slides. Yeah, the benefit of the agroforestry we think is will be increasing the vegetation cover and then absorb of the carbon. At least now they're very famous about the carbon, and then we try to push of the carbon will be more better for our world. And restoration ecosystem the function also, we try to come back our ecosystem step by step. This is by day, for the give the function for the environmental. And then social economic, we will profits the additional income for the food resources. We try to find another solution from the our economic, and then we hope from the agroforestry will be increasing the our economics is more sustainability. And then last one is empowering forest the community. We try to bring the local community to see together, working with the forests, and then working for the livelihood, and then try to find the solution how to the max balancing from the agroforestry system. And then last one about strengths, about the capacity and the the resilience, and then we try to reduce of the some problem from the monoculture system in our area, and then strengthen the capacity from the local community to try to see everything is more better to their for their life. Yeah. Next, please. Yeah, this is the our activity from the our foundations. Yeah, and we doing the socialization. We doing to the research study also from the forest, and then for the community we try to training with guide making to how to make the soil more better, and then how to balancing with the plant with the another plant also. Next, please. Yeah, this is one of the result of our activity. You see the some behind is still degraded forest. Some is still combined with vegetable, corn, and cucumber also, and then beans. We try to in the peatland. We have the two type of the project. One in the highland, and then second in the peatland. Next, please. Yeah, this is in the highlands. We can, the backside from the background is this is still forest degradation, and then we try to spot by spot to making the economic value from the vegetable. This is we harvest of the watermelon. Before that, this is we don't have to the activity with the watermelon, and then we bring the local community to harvest to the watermelon. Next, please. Yeah, and also we distribute also the seedling from the community behind the planting vegetable. They also the planting the trees. The hope the trees will be have the economic value from economics from the timber, and then also to get the small small funding, small income from the agriculture. And behind also we going to the forest, we try to promotion of the forest rubber, and then we think the forest rubber can be helping to stop the deforestation, even the have the market, even the increasing of the activity. Yeah. Then please next slide. Yeah, also from the peatland, we also produce the we call it this is a purun. This is one of the nature of the plants for the peatland. This is we produce the what is this stick? Yeah, stick for the I forget this is name for the drinking. Yeah, is for the drinking. And next slide. Next is we produce for the polybag for the seedling. We not use the plastic, but we produce the from the composition of the material. Yeah, and then we can directly to planting with the polybag without take off as like the plastic also. This is making the degradable polybag. The next, please. Yeah, this is also our activity. Also give the education from the children, student, for the keep the maintain, yeah, for the trees, planting the trees, and then give some information about how to the making the forest, and then how to keep the forest and so on, making the education for they understand about the situation, and then situation for the futures. Next, please. There are challenges and opportunities. Yeah, for the challenges, very challenging in the community mindset, dealing with a difficult to learn condition. Yeah, problem is about the condition. We know the forest degradation is really poor the soil, and lost the material for the soil, and then requires the initial capacities and the technology support also. And then we need to some people support for the how to the recovering the condition, and then make use the technical really intensive for the capacity building for our community. And then opportunities, we still support from the local community for international partners, and then we replication and the reference model for the other regions. And we think we need to some information also from another colleagues or another partners to try to good model about the agroforestry system. Uh, and then we try to push the potential for the carbon incentive and agroforestry products the market. This is will be next year will be main topic, yeah, for the carbon incentive, because I think it is one of the solution also from making the motivation from community to respect about the carbon about the condition, and then making the value chains for the agroforestry for going to the international market or the national market. Is it more the sustainability for the product, and then they still always continue for the activity. Next, please. Yeah, the plan and the need. We also still develop the demonstration plot for the training center for the farmers. We not stop to still continue the show to them how to effectivity from our activity, and try to define another solution, because we still fighting with the condition, also with the some regulation also from Indonesian. And then we try to keep the strength the partnership with the local community and institution, because we hope that from technology or from the research also can be helping us to define the solution for the more better to agroforestry system. And then promote pro agroforestry based product in the market in the access. Yeah, we know the access is still have bargaining about the market. Sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is down, sometimes it is missing also. And then we try to establish the condition. And of course, we need to do some technical assistance or monitoring sustainability from the management. We try to find the good technical for the still monitoring and how to effectivities, and then and initial funding for the planting, training, and infrastructure. And then we still find the some supports from the donation, from the projects, from the company, and so on, to try to helping our community. And the last one, for the support the market development for the carbon incentive the scheme. And then we still make some connecting with the another partners to see how to the connecting the carbon project from agroforestry system in the world. Next slide. Yeah, for the closing, so agroforestry is not just about the planting the trees among the crop, but it is about hunting the nature, people, and the community on the sustainable system. Yeah, we try to everything is balance, and everything is can accept. Not talking only about planting trees, but we also talking about the economic value from the community around the forest. And then through the initiative for the Pandu Alam Lestari Foundation, we are developing the way toward and just to sustainable future for the forest and the community. We hope we become to as like the not we call it the pioneer, but we try to step by step to the come back to the solution for the local wisdom our in Borneo Island long time ago already running, but everything is changing after the condition is not really good for the environmentals. The next slides. Yeah, this is our contacts. If anybody can try to contact and follow us in website and follow us in email, on Facebook and Instagram, and also they can contact me directly in the number on the WhatsApp. Of course, I can will be responsive about what kind we can do, and then what we can discuss in together. Next slide. Yeah, this is last. Thank you very much for the timing from the Gain Forest for the Patin give me the time this night. We're very happy we can introduce the hours doing with the Pandu Alam Lestari Foundation, and then we not stop. We try to always find the solution more better for the community and then forest. And then I hope from this community call we can sharing, we can talk together, and then we can information what kind more better to our community. I hope this is a good area, yeah, good blogs for us. We try to push the our world is become the better day by day for the younger people, or for the foundation, for the community, and so on. Let's give this. I think that is. Thank you very much for the time, Patin, and then help me to the sharing my presentation.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pak Yuda. That was like super interesting, and Pak Yuda also mentioned about the competition between agroforestry and also palm oil industry and also mining. And you know, some people, even though you know this is great, and you know some people might feel like those two areas give them more income, and this is like one of the, I think, interesting challenge when it comes to Borneo. And thank you so much for sharing. Cool. Does anybody have any question to Pak Yuda? Anything on agroforestry on the project? Anyone? All good, right? Okay, if you don't have it yet, don't worry. Feel free to just reflect and also send in the chat box. Hopefully, Pak Yuda will still be here for the next 30 minutes. So if there's anything, we can cover it later. So feel free to drop it on the chat box. Cool. Thank you so much, Pak Yuda. Give me a second. So we're gonna go to our next part, which is a demo by Diego. But before that, I'm just gonna quickly share my screen again. Give me a second. Right, so we've done our first part of the session, which is Pak Yuda's presentation. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat box. So we're going to move to the next part, which is poly. So just a little bit of introduction if you haven't heard of UNFCCC or COP. But basically UNFCCC is the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and it's a global treaty that is being signed by 197 countries to reduce greenhouse gases, greenhouse gas emissions, and also to protect the planet, of course. So every year there will be this thing called the Conference of Parties, COP, specifically for climate change. And this year is going to be the 30th one. So this is where nations will actually sit down together and review all their progress and also make sure that they strengthen the commitment each year, right? So just a bit of introduction of Poly. So Poly was created. It is an AI assistant created in collaboration with the Youth Negotiators Academy (YNA). You can Google them. So they have a few programs under the Youth Negotiators Academy. One of it is for climate, which is they basically gather all these young people who like to be part of this like learning program. So before they actually go to COP, they would go through some modules where they will learn about some negotiation skills, and then they will go to COP, right? So for us in Forest, Game Forest, we created this Poly, which is an AI assistant to help young people when they are there or even before they go to COP. They can actually, do some homework, get to know the space even better. Because with the UNFCCC, there are so many like documents every year, even like uh, after every meeting there will be like documents, so something it can get overwhelming. So that's why hopefully this AI assistant will help to summarize discussions or summarize documents, for example, and hopefully make information more accessible and actionable, especially for young people who are part of this program. So I just thought that this would be a great opportunity because COP30 is happening in a month, I think, around that. It's going to be in November. So I think some of the people here are actually going to COP. So I think it'll be a great, interesting topic to just talk about and also demo to you, and perhaps you can also try to use it later. So with that, I'm just gonna pass the session to Diego. Are you there, Diego?
Sorry, my mic was off. Yes, how are you? So very happy to demo Poly. Please, if I will be sharing my screen, so if you guys have any questions at any moment, please just let me know if I'm going like fast or whatever. Yeah, just please let me know. All right, so I will share my screen. Mhm. Cool. So yeah, this is Polly, and as Faten said, it's an AI assistant. So negotiators from that are actually like participating in these conferences and just doing their job in this more like global level uh, policy affairs. Well, there's some friction for some of them, especially the friction part comes from language, like how big these conferences are, and so some delegations and some countries have like smaller teams, or even yeah, just like it's the usually when you get there, the some of the teams are like very well like trained in a sense, and some of them are not so much. So this exercise, or this platform, was intended to just make the whole process of getting prepared for a meeting or getting prepared for in an easier way. So the UN, there's a place, the UNFCCC is a place. I can show that, it's here. um, UNFCCC helps putting all these documents together. So it's more than 60,000, maybe it's 60,000 documents, another couple of thousand, like, yeah, another 1,000 decisions, and some other like 6,000 reports. Yeah, 4,000 reports. So it's a lot of information to take in. And if you want to go and travel around, like what's been happening in a certain topic, or what's happening in different cups in the past, well, it can get pretty overwhelming. So the idea is, yeah, I can show you this. So this is the page from the UNFCCC. So you can see like there's a bunch of documents, like, yeah, 60,000, and decisions and whatever. So the the idea was to make this process a bit easier. and a bit more actionable, and that's why we built Poly. So Poly is still early stage, and the idea is to get it way more useful. But the idea right now is that you can select the document, and it will pull all the documents from that database. And let's say decisions, which is the most interesting part, because it's like the final agreement that you get at top. And we could choose whatever document, for instance, yeah, this one's, for instance, of 2001. And then you can use it and ask, like, what is document? And Poly will take just some small time to think and to analyze the document, and then you can keep on asking questions, keep on like asking like, okay, how this affects me, how this matches these other points of view that I have, and you can even like, yeah. So it will tell you what would you like to know? It's common Paris Agreement. Yeah. So just let me know what can. Mm, yeah, and like another feature that we have apart from like this common going conversation is that you can click on the source part, and then it will take you to the official page of the UNFCCC, so you can download the whole document, and that. So yeah, like this is how it works. It could also in the documents part, you could also upload. Yeah, true. Yeah. Is there a question? I just heard something. No. Okay. So all right. So you can also upload your own documents. So, oh, I have nothing prepared over here. Yeah, maybe I should just download something. I will download one of these. Uh, cool. So I could just upload one of my own documents, and yeah, and just say other. So yeah, we're actively working on this, trying to make it better, trying to make it more useful. Because right now there's still some issues about like you have to select the documents and you have to choose what to chat on. But the idea is that at some point we have like a full knowledge base for all the decisions. Yeah. So now there's another, yeah, the document I uploaded, and then you have like this bunch of information about it, the decisions, and you could go on and on. The other good part is that we have some languages here. So even when the documents are in English mainly, most of the documents are in English. You can choose what document what language you would like to get your answers with, and then yeah, it will just do it. So here are some languages, but we could add more if you had have any suggestion. So yeah, the idea is to just to make this process way more seamless. Um, so yeah, then you can have your conversations here and export them as a document, like a Word document, uh, and save them for later. And the other thing is that right now, as you can see, we don't have a login. So whatever you do here won't be stored. It won't like it. It's very whatever you do here in one session, it will be erased afterwards. So it's very like security, like personal data secure, especially because this is something that will be used with representatives from countries, and probably they want their data safe. So this is what we've built so far. We have dark mode, so if you like your the background to be like darker, and some preferences too. So these preferences work in a way that you can change the model. So AI models, like you can choose a smarter or a less smarter model. So you can have like few choices. You can also have a choose, like you can have a deeper like a way to for the AI to answer you, so you can just type in what kind of answers you would like. And the last thing you can add is something like manifesto. So my name is Diego, always start asking me something like that, so I will just save this and it will probably start just, yeah, I had it here, like, hi Diego, I have analyzed all this information, just because I have my manifesto being that I am Diego and I want to be called Diego. But this could be whatever. This could be something like, okay, I am interested in these topics, I am interested in stuff that happens especially in Malaysia. And then you, every document you fit in, it will like try to concentrate specifically in the stuff from Malaysia or from Mexico or from wherever. Or yeah, this could be tuned specifically as you want. So yeah, those are the features we have so far. And I will stop sharing for a second just to see if you guys have any doubts. Yes, Gabriel.
Yeah, bro, awesome, man. Good question, man. For example, besides the part of downloading the document and being specific to your place, like you said, Indonesia, what would be the difference from, for example, ChatGPT giving me answers? Like, I want to know this because I'm gonna be asked this,
Yeah, of course.
and to know for sure, like how I can explain the how is it different than I'm going to DeepSeek and putting this on DeepSeek at the question, you know?
True. That's a great question. So whenever you go to ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever, like it's you get the answers you get come from the most probable stuff that this thing can find in the internet or the stuff it was trained with. So probably you won't have the like the specific documents that you actually need, and it will probably make stuff up because like AIs love to just lie and make it sound that they are saying truth stuff. So that's one part. The other part is that we're working very hard in a way that you can actually ask anything as you would go in DeepSeek or in ChatGPT, like in this normal flow that you are already very used to. And then it will go specifically to those documents that you actually need, and will give you the answer of, okay, this is the document, and this is the part where I found it, and you can have much more accuracy on your answers. So this is what we are aiming for right now. The idea is for you to know exactly where your information comes from, and also a much more data security uh, part of, yeah, not just not having ChatGPT or other models to know all about you.
Perfect, perfect. Just follow up questions. I don't know if Marina is here, but Marina had suggested for a long time. Remember, we talked about on how would be the process of transforming these documents, which we are already simplifying them through Poly and making it really simple for everyone to find it. But if this was something to make those documents accessible for indigenous people, how would the process to do that would be, you know, like theoretically you say, look, not everyone needs to first gather this, just so I can envisioning how are the pathway for us to transform this in also a tool for climate politics for indigenous people, for them to understand the climate debate on their own terms, or for them to understand what are the consequences for their own territories through these decisions, because they are afloat in the discussion, because it's not a discussion that contemplates their own storytelling, their own way of thinking. So how would this with the
That's true. And I think yeah, as you already pointed out, like they can even have a say in if they agree or disagree with the documents, or agree or disagree with the decisions, because they don't even know what the decisions are about, because they like systematically don't include them in the, like, they just take some like random people and talk, and then they like nothing actually not all the perspectives are included. So I think first step is to actually be able to query these kind of data at scale. So essentially what I was saying of just asking whatever, like what's happening about the jaguars, for instance, and then it will query all the documents, and then we'll have a much more holistic view of what's the United Nations position about jaguars specifically. If jaguars are important for a community, but it could be whatever. And then
Got it, got it.
if you have like a list or maybe not a list, but like some sort of data or information about what this specific community cares about, then we could show them or just like get this knowledge digested in a way that it matches their needs or their like the important stuff. And the next step that I think it would be also important is that these communities have a way of getting their information and their insights and their like if they agree or disagree, or and if they disagree, why they disagree, like they view their view of how people of how these decisions are framed and action. They could say, oh, this decision is like, even though it's in my country, even though it's in my place of being, then it does nothing because I haven't even like never like felt the consequences of it. So I think that's like a being able to put in the feedback loop all these communities. That those are my thoughts, but obviously I'm still biased. And I would be very very happy to know if anyone guys of you have like any other options. That's how I imagine it. But yeah, very very open to change stuff and to like actually make it helpful.
Let me ask you, just continue following up here. Guys, anybody has another question? Because or else I'm going to keep on asking questions. But if anybody else wants to say something, please do, or else I'm going to follow up a question.
Okay, there's a couple of questions here. The trust of the community believe the results. I'm sorry, no.
I think that's what I think that's for the previous.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Gabriel, maybe you can ask one question quickly, and then we can move to the Marina's question.
Sure.
So the Poly gathered all the info from UNFCCC, but we have several other areas of politics, like biodiversity politics, like indigenous rights politics, like all these other topics that are not necessarily climate, you know. In the same way that Poly was constructed on the climate, would be possible if we could concentrate, for example, instead of putting UNFCCC, but getting all the indigenous documents that we have, not only the indigenous documents from the UN, but indigenous documents that the indigenous provide for themselves as being representative, like Plan de Vida, a map of life, which are something that we do for the territory to state what our intentions. So if we could get all of those things and getting, I don't know, the laws of the territory on the Amazon, the conservation units, we could create something much more aligned, you know, to indigenous, like a Taina for politics, in a sense that would be so specific, because UNFCCC is still for the whole world. This doesn't contemplate what indigenous communities are, because Satarema thinks different than Yanomami. So like getting the specificities, you know, on that, we could do this. For example, I'm saying us, me, Marina, and gather all those documents. How after we get all those documents, the process would differ a lot from what you did from Poly, or you know, you would take much more job, totally different, or you could basically do the same if we gather all the documents to do.
Yeah. So the cool thing about these kind of systems is that they are like it would like the short answer is it wouldn't take that much of effort if we could know other data stores, because right now we focus on the UNFCCC just because we're working with them, but we have just say map of life or whatever other source of information there is, that it's documents or it's data or whatever. We could still get that information. Maybe we could even think of a list of places to look for, and then we can get that information and somehow make it overlap, you know, like having the like, okay, this is happening in, climate wise, but there's also happening on biodiversity wise, and yeah, it would be very very helpful. Absolutely.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, I have already the next steps. Thank you, guys.
Right. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Diego. I think it's a useful discussion to have. Cool. I think before we leave, I'd just like to pass back the floor to Pak Yuda from Pandu Alam. I think Marina is asking about trust. How do we gain community's trust, especially to believe in the results and also participate in the project, especially if it's like a new idea to them?
Yeah, thank you very much for the Marina for the question. I think this is really really tricky about how we got the trusting from the local community. And then what we do in Indonesia is we try to more close with them, and then make sure to them to what we do is we will be give the benefit for them, and then we not leave them just as like the project, just give the project after that they leave. Is we're not doing, and then we try to the assistancing for the internships, yeah, with them, and then they try then they find that the solution from them. I think this is more the personality, more the close with the community, and then I think not another solution is without the we must be running together with the community, because they is very close with the forest, and then we must be making confident from them. So, them is as like the border for the forest, and then they will be find how to good better for them from the our project. I think for the more discussion, I think we open in the WhatsApp on the email with who is interesting, and then we can sharing with the personality to without this communical is tonight still open in the next times. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Yuda, for sharing. Cool. Yes, I think you also mentioned a lot about learning from them, as much as we're trying also to introduce something to them. So I think it's a two-way thing. So thank you so much for sharing that. Right. Any last questions? Anyone would like to share their experience working with community and gaining their trust? All good? Right. Okay, cool. If there's nothing else, I think I will close this session. But again, thank you so much, Pak Yuda and also Diego, for the presentation today. I really learned a lot as well. Right, cool. If there's nothing else, I'll see you on the next community call. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Have a good night.
Bye.